The skies over the Pacific have recently witnessed a display of American air power. F-22 Raptors, the pinnacle of stealth fighter technology, have touched down at strategic locations, signaling a heightened state of readiness. These deployments are not mere routine exercises, they represent a calculated response to the shifting geopolitical landscape. With tensions simmering in the Indo-Pacific, the Raptors serve as a potent reminder of the United States' commitment to regional stability. The U.S. military has long recognized the strategic importance of the Pacific theater. However, the recent movements of F-22 squadrons carry particular significance. They come at a time of heightened tensions with China, whose military expansion and assertive actions in the region have raised concerns among U.S. allies. The deployment of F-22s sends a clear message. The United States is prepared to defend its interests and those of its partners in the region. The Raptors' presence serves as a deterrent to potential adversaries and a reassurance to allies. Nestled on the island of Okinawa, Japan, Kadena Air Base stands as a bulwark of American air power in the Pacific. This sprawling base, home to the 18th Wing of the U.S. Air Force, plays a pivotal role in maintaining regional stability. Its strategic location, a mere stone's throw from Taiwan and China, makes it a critical hub for U.S. military operations in the region. Recently, Kadena welcomed the arrival of F-22 Raptors from the 525th and 27th Expeditionary Fighter Squadrons. These elite pilots, trained to the highest standards, bring with them a wealth of experience and expertise. Their mission at Kadena is clear: to deter aggression and maintain air superiority in one of the world's most volatile regions. The 525th and 27th Expeditionary Fighter Squadrons are joined by the 77th Expeditionary Fighter Squadron, equipped with F-16 Fighting Falcons. These versatile aircraft, while not as advanced as the F-22, provide a valuable complement to the Raptor's capabilities. Together, these squadrons form a formidable force, ready to respond to any contingency. The presence of F-22s at Kadena sends a powerful message to potential adversaries. It demonstrates the United States' resolve to defend its interests and those of its allies. The Raptors' advanced capabilities, including their stealth technology and unmatched maneuverability, make them a force to be reckoned with. The Raptors' reach extends beyond Japan. In August 2024, F-22s embarked on a historic deployment to Southeast Asia, making stops in Indonesia, Brunei, and the Philippines. This unprecedented tour demonstrated the United States' commitment to engaging with its partners in the region and showcasing its most advanced military hardware. The Southeast Asia deployment was more than just a goodwill tour. It served as a tangible demonstration of the United States' ability to project power across vast distances. The Raptors' presence in the region sent a clear message to potential adversaries, particularly China, that the United States remains a force to be reckoned with in the Indo-Pacific. The deployment also provided an opportunity for the United States to strengthen ties with its Southeast Asian partners. The Raptors' participation in joint exercises and demonstrations allowed American pilots to train alongside their counterparts from Indonesia, Brunei, and the Philippines, enhancing interoperability and fostering closer military cooperation. Despite the F-22's prowess, its future is not without challenges. The program, which began in the 1980s, was abruptly halted in 2011 after the production of just 195 aircraft. This decision, driven by budgetary constraints and shifting strategic priorities, has left the United States with a relatively small fleet of these advanced fighters. The limited number of F-22s has raised concerns among some defense analysts, who argue that the current fleet is insufficient to meet the demands of a potential conflict with a major power, particularly China. They point to China's rapidly modernizing air force, which now boasts a growing number of advanced fighters, as evidence that the United States needs to invest in expanding its F-22 fleet. Others, however, argue that the F-22, while undoubtedly a formidable aircraft, is a product of a bygone era. They contend that the future of air warfare lies in unmanned platforms such as drones, which offer a more cost-effective and less risky alternative to manned fighters. The debate over the F-22's future reflects a broader debate within the defense community about the appropriate mix of manned and unmanned platforms in the 21st century. The rapid advancement of drone technology has sparked intense debate within defense circles. Proponents of unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs, tout their cost-effectiveness, their ability to operate in high-risk environments without putting pilots in harm's way, and their potential to revolutionize warfare. They argue that drones represent the future of air power, gradually rendering manned fighters obsolete. However, the shift towards drone-centric warfare faces pushback, particularly from seasoned pilots who emphasize the irreplaceable value of human intuition and decision-making in the heat of battle. they highlight the limitations of current drone technology, which relies heavily on pre-programmed flight paths and remote control, making them vulnerable to enemy jamming and hacking. The human element in air combat extends beyond simply piloting the aircraft. It encompasses the ability to observe, orient, decide, and act, often referred to as the OODA loop, in a dynamic and unpredictable environment. This requires a level of situational awareness, critical thinking, and adaptability that current drone technology cannot replicate. While acknowledging the potential of drones, advocates for manned fighters argue that the technology is not yet mature enough to fully replace human pilots in complex combat scenarios. For those who have flown the F-22, the experience is nothing short of exhilarating. They describe the aircraft's responsiveness, its raw power, and its unmatched capabilities with a reverence usually reserved for legendary figures. But beyond the technological marvel, it's the human element that truly sets the F-22 apart, the synergy between man and machine that elevates it from a mere weapon system to an instrument of national defense. Pilots speak of the F-22's intuitive controls, its ability to anticipate their commands, and the seamless integration of advanced sensors that provide an unparalleled level of situational awareness. They emphasize the importance of the man in the loop, the pilot's ability to interpret data, make split-second decisions, and adapt to ever-changing conditions in ways that current artificial intelligence simply cannot match. The OODA loop, a decision-making model developed by military strategist and fighter pilot Colonel John Boyd, underscores the human advantage in air combat. Observe, orient, decide, act. This continuous cycle of perception, analysis, and reaction is central to gaining an edge in a dynamic aerial engagement. While drones can process vast amounts of data and execute pre-programmed maneuvers, they lack the cognitive flexibility of a human pilot. The F-22 Raptor's reputation as the world's most capable air superiority fighter is not merely hype. It's a testament to the aircraft's revolutionary design, cutting-edge technology, and the dedication of the engineers and test pilots who brought it to life. From its stealth capabilities to its maneuverability and firepower, the F-22 represents a quantum leap in military aviation. At the heart of the F-22's dominance lies its stealth technology. The aircraft's shape, materials, and radar-absorbent coatings are meticulously designed to minimize its radar cross-section, making it extremely difficult for enemy radar systems to detect. This invisibility cloak allows the F-22 to operate with impunity in contested airspace, penetrating enemy defenses undetected to deliver its payload with pinpoint accuracy. Beyond stealth, the F-22 boasts unparalleled maneuverability. Its thrust vectoring engines combined with its aerodynamic design allow it to perform maneuvers that defy the laws of physics. It can outmaneuver any adversary in a dogfight, turning tighter, climbing faster, and controlling its energy state with a grace that belies its size and power. The F-22's arsenal is equally impressive, carrying a sophisticated suite of sensors and a variety of air-to-air and air-to-ground missiles. The deployments of F-22 Raptors to the Pacific are not happening in a vacuum. They are a direct response to the growing military might of China and its increasingly assertive posture in the region. China's rapid economic growth has fueled a massive military modernization program, transforming its armed forces into a formidable force. China's military expansion includes advanced fighter jets like the J-20, which some analysts believe is designed to counter the F-22. China has also been bolstering its naval capabilities, launching new aircraft carriers and expanding its fleet. These developments have raised concerns among U.S. defense planners, who worry that China might use its growing military might to assert its territorial claims. China's assertive actions in the South China Sea, where it has built artificial islands and militarized disputed reefs, have further heightened tensions. The United States, along with its allies, views China's actions as a threat to freedom of navigation and the rules-based international order. The deployments of F-22 Raptors to the Pacific are part of a broader U.S. strategy to counter China's growing influence. The United States is also strengthening its alliances with countries like Japan, South Korea, and Australia, and increasing its military presence in the region. As technology continues its relentless march, the future of air dominance hangs in the balance. The F-22 Raptor, once the undisputed king of the skies, now faces competition from increasingly sophisticated adversaries and the rise of unmanned platforms. The United States, if it wishes to maintain its edge in the coming decades, must carefully navigate the evolving landscape of air power, balancing the strengths of its legacy platforms with the promise of emerging technologies. The debate between manned fighters and drones is far from settled. Each platform offers unique advantages and limitations. Manned fighters with human pilots at the helm excel in dynamic and unpredictable environments where adaptability and split-second decision-making are paramount. Drones, on the other hand, offer cost-effectiveness, persistence, and the ability to operate in high-risk environments without putting pilots in harm's way. The future of air power is likely to involve a combination of both manned and unmanned platforms, each playing to its strengths. Manned fighters, like the F-22, will continue to play a vital role in high-end combat operations, where their maneuverability, firepower, and human intuition remain critical assets. Drones will become increasingly important for intelligence gathering, surveillance, reconnaissance, and strike missions, particularly in contested airspace where the risk to human pilots is high.